In January of 1996, something deeply unsettling happened in a small Brazilian town, an event that would later become known as Brazil's Roswell. The town was Varginha, a quiet place where nothing extraordinary was supposed to happen, but that would change forever. It began with strange reports in the sky. Residents described a cigar-shaped object moving slowly, releasing smoke before descending toward the ground. There was no explosion, no debris field, just an eerie silence. And then, the military arrived. Days later, 3 young women walking through an empty lot claimed they saw something terrifying. They described a small humanoid creature about 4 feet tall, crouching against a wall. Its skin was dark and oily, its body thin and fragile, its eyes large, red, and intensely frightening. The creature appeared weak, almost injured. The girls ran in panic, screaming for help. At first, the story was dismissed as imagination, but soon others began to talk. Neighbors reported a strong, unbearable smell in the area, similar to sulfur or ammonia. Military trucks were seen moving through the city at night. Streets were blocked. Areas were sealed off. This was not normal police activity. This was the army. According to multiple witnesses, soldiers were ordered to capture strange beings alive. One military policeman allegedly took part in this operation. Shortly afterward, despite being young and healthy, he became seriously ill. Days later, he was dead. The official cause was a sudden infection, but many believe his illness was linked to direct contact with something unknown. Rumors spread quickly. Some claimed creatures had been captured alive. Others said one had died and was taken to a military hospital. There were reports of secret transfers to restricted facilities, and as public attention grew, official explanations began to change. Authorities denied the existence of any extraterrestrial being. They suggested the creature was a mentally ill man, or an injured animal, or simply mass hysteria. The military insisted their presence was routine, nothing unusual, nothing to see. But witnesses were not convinced. Too many people had seen too much. Doctors, firefighters, and journalists later claimed hospitals were suddenly restricted. Some alleged that foreign military personnel, possibly from the United States, were present shortly after the incident. Why would foreign forces appear in a small Brazilian town? That question alone fueled decades of speculation. The case attracted international attention. UFO researchers traveled to Brazil. Books were written. Documentaries were produced. And the comparison became unavoidable. Just like Roswell in 1947, there was a pattern, a strange object. Rapid military response. Witnesses discredited. Evidence disappears. And silence follows. Skeptics argue there was no alien at all. They say fear and rumor transformed a simple encounter into a legend. They point to the lack of physical proof. No clear photos, no bodies, no confirmed debris. To them, the case is explained. But believers disagree. They ask why the army was involved instead of local police, why witnesses from different backgrounds described similar details, and why a young officer died shortly after contact. Too many questions remain unanswered. Even years later, former military personnel have hinted that not everything was revealed. Some claim they were ordered to stay silent. Others suggest classified information remains hidden. And as global discussions about unidentified aerial phenomena continue, the Varginha case refuses to fade away. So what really happened in 1996? Was it a misunderstanding fueled by fear? Or was something extraordinary hidden from the public? A crashed craft, non-human beings, and a truth buried under secrecy. The mystery of Varginha remains unsolved, and perhaps that is why it continues to haunt those who look closer. Because some stories don't need answers to be disturbing. They only need questions. Like this video, leave a comment, share with your friends, and subscribe to The Secret Vault TV. Thank you and sweet dreams.